I love it. Welcome back, Showboys. Dad and I are here to walk you through episode 7 of season 2 of Fallout. Holy cow. First off, great episode. Second off,
Great episode.
amazing intro to the episode 7. Third off, man, I just love the remix of that song that we used for the intro to the boss.
It's a good
so
time.
good.
It's a good time.
It's so good. How you doing tonight, dude?
I'm good. Just trying to keep warm.
Yeah.
A little chilly here up in Ohio. How are
Yeah.
you?
I am okay. I am cold, but not as cold as you guys. I'm
Yeah.
outside again. Porch Mike is here. But the in-laws go back north on Saturday night, so in 2 days. So the season finale next week, I will be warm and toasty inside my house at the desk per usual. Man, yeah, a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. I feel like
A lot of stuff. A lot of crazy stuff is going on in this episode.
Yeah, and we were joking around about like why Steph being Canadian like was a big shock. We kind of got answers to that, uh, but those answers just made me have so many more questions. Like what, and also like I mean, we're recording this in the year of our Lord 2026, months off of the Twitter joke of our president Donald J. Trump wanting to make Canada the 51st state. So like, yeah, the intro to this episode just kind of like was a little too relevant.
Close to
I
home.
feel like.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I think in the end credits, there's a billboard that someone like paints over and puts like "Little America."
Yeah. 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 So now I need, what is that all about? What happened in the Fallout universe between America and Canada? Because Steph's mom did not mince her words about
She did not.
how she feels about Americans. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Let's go. There's so much.
All right.
There's a lot I'm excited to talk about. So let's just skip all the pleasantries.
Yeah.
Just dive right in.
So we have we have a group of people. Oh, hello. We have a visitor.
What's up, Chloe?
Hi,
All the
Chloe.
lights behind me just shut off. So that's cool.
You could probably go back inside.
Probably. It's
Maybe.
too much work to get set up out here. So I'm out here for the long run now.
You're out there for good.
Yeah.
So we have a group of people running through the woods. We come to find out that it's Canada, and more specifically, it is Uranium City. It's what they're fleeing from is an internment camp, and they were prisoners. And they stopped to see a vertibird in the sky, and they are stopped by a friendly U.S. military person, power bro in power armor, tells them to get back, calls them posers. It's a good time. And then they're freaking out. He's about to shoot them, but then boom. It's a crazy.
Yeah, what exploded there?
There was a guy, probably part of like some resistance, that came up with a grenade or whatever and just, suicide bombered him.
Wow.
So And then Steph wakes up. She's reliving this moment,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm assuming it's her mom. I'm pretty sure it's her mom,
Yeah, yeah.
and and she's injured, and she begins to tell her to go south or cross the border, get somewhere warm. And then she's like, I raised you Catholic. Forget everything I taught you. um,
Yeah.
she goes on to say that there's a flood coming, basically get as high as you can and, do whatever you have to do. If you have to hurt people, God won't judge you. And then we see Steph approach a man who's outside. She slices his neck, all for a can of pork and beans. um, then she
It better
gets
have
to,
been bushes, at least.
yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not
They
sure
got the
what it
secret
was.
recipe.
Yeah. And then meanwhile, she's like brushing her teeth like violently
Yeah,
without her eye patch on.
yeah.
Um,
She went full coral on us today without that eye patch.
she really
Carl.
did. Yep.
Carl
Carl.
Grimes. Coral Grimes.
Carl. Yep, that's her right there. She's,
Yep.
brushing her teeth and all her one-eyed
I
glory.
really I really loved the like quick edits there, the back and forth where she's just like smashing her teeth with toothbrush and
Well, when she gets
it's
to
very
like
intense.
the border patrol
Mm-hmm.
officer, and it's like back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
and then she just like ends up walking away, and there's something sticking out of him, and then we get our title card.
Yeah, but did you write down what her mom said to her? It was about like when she was going on about it, like do whatever you have to do. Um, but she's like, yeah,
Oh,
they're not even humans; they're animals or whatever. Talking about
she
us.
she said, "Don't think of them as human beings. Think of them as Americans."
Yeah. Ouch.
That hurts a little bit.
I thought
So,
Canadians were supposed to be polite. That was
yeah,
very rude.
yeah, very rude. So, fun fact: when you play Fallout 1, there's a little intro video
Yeah.
where there's like a card that says something about our brave troops or whatever. And then it goes to some um, army personnel in power armor, and there's a guy on the street, like he's handcuffed, and they're in Canada. It's just a Canadian civilian, and they shoot him point blank
Oh,
in the street.
jeez.
So,
Goodness.
so after America annexed Canada, the Canadian freedom fighters sabotaged an oil pipeline that was going from Alaska to America. And then this resulted in a 5-year long war. And
Wow.
America ended up winning that battle.
Of course. Of course.
So, understandably so, Canada is a little upset about that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was
Fun
pretty wild.
fact. Fun fact. You ready for this?
I am.
Because I've become a middle-aged white dad. Like this is just what we do. We get into like war history or smoking meats. I'm leaning more towards the war history than the meat smoking, but who knows? There's still time. But apparently, Canada, big players in World War One. They had a pretty strong force that helped out in World War One. I could be wrong. I could be misremembering. But yeah,
That sounds right.
well, that's kind of fun fact.
You can fact check us.
Yeah, please do, because I probably am wrong. Because Canadians are good for nothing. I'm just kidding. My downstairs neighbor is Canadian. She's a very pleasant lady. I love her. Her name's Sue. Shout out Sue. She's great.
Downstairs lady.
Yeah, so like I live in a condo and I have the second floor unit, and there's a unit below us.
I'm like, dude,
No, I kidnapped a Canadian.
You have no basement.
I kidnapped a Canadian family who lives in my basement. I call them my downstairs neighbors.
It's messed up, bro.
Oh man, it is very messed up. But I keep telling you, I feel like each week I'm like, man, I kind of want to play Fallout 1.
Yeah.
I tried New Vegas during the game club and I just couldn't get into it. But maybe if I play the old ones where they're like the turn based, yeah, I don't know. I think
I think you'd
just
like it. I think you'd like it.
think it-
That's how I got my start.
Yeah.
And I've been in love with it ever since.
think I'm gonna have to try because I gotta. If you don't, this is just a public service announcement to anyone who is a gaming enthusiast. If you, especially on PC, like if you're a Twitch Prime member, you get tons of free games like every month through Twitch Prime, either on
Nice.
Epic or GOG.
Mhm.
And then Amazon has their own thing. It's called Luna, which I've never tried. But between Twitch Prime and frequently checking the Epic Games launcher, who gives away at least one free game every week or every 2 weeks. And then, of course, during like the holiday season, they usually ramp up. But between those two places, you can get a ton of free games and pretty good older free games. I got like basically the entire Fallout catalog except for like New Vegas and 76.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it went up to Fallout 3, but
Mhm.
all free on one of those. So they're just sitting in my game library, and I'm like, I really just need to install one and just give it a go.
Yeah, man. Go for it.
Yeah, keep an
You'll
eye
love
out
it.
on the for those things. You can get a lot of good games for free.
Yes, sir. Nice. I love it.
Yeah.
So we are in the vault with Hank and Lucy. The
Mhm.
next clip here. We have the people working on the chips.
Oh yeah, the musical production line is back.
Yes. Everyone's all happy and smiley and not creepy at all, especially the snake oil salesman. Dude, that guy like is even creepier now that he's like chipped.
Yeah, like yeah, the clean shaven and like hair slicked back or cut version of him is way more unsettling than
That guy.
than what he looked like before.
Yeah, he's living his best life, man.
Yeah, and giving us all nightmares.
Yeah. Um, so Lucy is there talking with Hank and said, "This is one way to save the world, but it's wrong." And she goes to the salesman and she asks him, what does it do to their brains? And he's like, it tidies things up a little bit. The dial that he has, the control thing, I thought this was interesting because I didn't really catch this if it was mentioned before. I don't think it was. But it controls how much amnesia they have.
Yeah, I don't think they've mentioned that before. I think this was the first time they brought that up.
So he turns it up, more amnesia, which allows the mainframe to implant new ideas into their heads, turning them into good people. But
sounds kind of severance-y.
It does, yeah. But then she's quick to say that she's going to shut it down and take him home. And she's like, how do I do that? And then he says, once the procedure is done or finished, it's irreversible. And then she's like, well, how do I stop you from making more? And like, this is funny because he's like telling her how to do all these things, but like totally manipulating her along the way. Like he knows that the more she sees, she's going to play into his trap.
Yeah. So I have a question.
Yeah.
If she were to shut it off, since it's irreversible, like what happens to those people? Do they die? Do they stay the way they are since it's irreversible. It's not like if she shuts it off, they'll become like the crazy lunatic, violent people again, would they? Or does he mean it's irreversible as in like you can't remove the device?
You probably can't remove it. It's already been doing the work on the brain. So I don't know. I have no idea. We'll probably find out in the next episode.
Yeah, I guess
depending on what she decides to do at the end of, after what she sees in this episode.
Yeah.
So he's basically walking her through how to just like undo all this stuff. And then he's like, well, let's take the golf cart. It's quite the hike. So then
she's like, what's a golf cart?
Dude, this whole like bit is great. Like, he's teaching her how to drive because she's never driven before.
Yeah.
And it's funny because she makes the comment like, he tells her you don't need both feet. Yeah. She's like, well, there's two pedals. And he's like, well, that's not how you know.
Yeah. I mean,
he's trying to walk her through it.
It's hilarious because I feel like everyone, when they learned how to drive, was like, had the same thought, maybe not, right. Maybe they didn't use both feet, but I think when I first got behind a wheel at the age of 15 or whatever, I was like, oh yeah, I guess you could use 2 feet. And then I was like, no, you probably shouldn't use 2 feet.
Probably shouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was hilarious. She's like running into the walls. Oh, dude. Good stuff.
Yeah, very good. So they get to the next. Well, they get to the basement basically, and there's more chipped workers. They're working with like files, I think. And then she's like walking through how to make a bomb.
Oh, yeah.
And like water and potassium or whatever. And he's like, well, what if you don't have potassium?
Yeah, like a little pop quiz.
Trying to help her, like, and then there's a guy mopping behind them and says, "Mind the floors. I just mopped."
He's
the same one that had her held up from the previous episode.
And it's like he doesn't even recall that, probably because he has amnesia.
Right.
Yeah.
So they get to the door, and but then she's like having this moment of like coming to like some understanding of like what Hank's trying to do, and she's like, the Legion is still out there and they're going to hurt a lot of people. What you've created can stop them. And then he's like, we could stop them, Lucy. And like at this point, like I really think she's considering it.
Yeah. Because I mean, we talked about it a little bit, whether it was last week or the week before, I don't remember, but Hank's in that great like gray area, where like clearly he's not a good guy, but also you can maybe justify is not the right word, but it's the only word that's coming to my mind right now, and I'm sure there's a better word to describe it, but or you can almost like justify or explain or understand like why he's doing what he's doing, where it's like I don't know. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I mean, there's some level of like this makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
But
I probably wouldn't do that, but I get it.
You're basically kidnapping people.
Yeah.
Putting this device on someone's neck to make them good, but really to like push your own agenda.
Right. You're just making like you're making like a brainwashed army of slaves, but also like these insane, violent, crazy people are like at least seemingly happy and finding purpose.
But it's a lot darker than that though. Like, I mean, we know that, but like from Lucy's perspective, it seems like it could be a good thing.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes like a good villain. And I think like, you look back at like Thanos, for example.
I was just thinking that. Yeah.
Like, obviously, the way to solve the problem he was trying to solve is not completely obliterate half of the universe. But
Right.
also, I mean, he's trying to solve like a valiant
A big.
problem. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. It's a big problem.
like I get it, but I maybe not the best approach, Thanos. But I understand where you're coming from, or like even Killmonger in a way. Like you can understand. I mean, obviously, not a fan of racial genocide, but I
Right.
understand where he's coming from, like
Yeah.
how he got to that point. Um, don't agree with the means or the method, but I understand. And I think that's what makes like a good villain or a good character in general is like even if you don't agree with and can plainly see that their objective is, you know, not great, you understand why or how they could come to that conclusion, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think you can, on some levels, obviously relate,
Yeah.
but there's a point where we're like, that's a little too far, buddy.
I mean, I
He's
don't know
definitely
about
taking
you,
it
but
too far.
I often think about what I would do with my own brainwashed, enslaved army of people.
Yes. Yes. All right.
Just
So
think about how many
we'll
units we could complete, Jeffrey.
a lot. That's actually a great idea. Anyway, um, so next we are with the Ghoul, Cooper, Maximus, and Thaddeus. They are walking down the road of an NCR camp. Thaddeus is trying to have a ghoul to ghoul bond,
Yeah.
which is hilarious.
Oh, excuse me.
Um,
Is this when he asked him about the thing
no,
on his collarbone, or is that
not yet.
later?
Not yet.
Okay.
He's like, um, just talking ghoul stuff, you know. Um, uh, but he's like, "You fought that guy?" But then Maximus is like, "Yeah, but I was in power armor.
Yeah.
Should we really be following him?" But the ghoul is taking them to Lucy,
Mm-hmm.
but they're going the wrong way. And Maximus is like, "Where are you taking us?" And Cooper's like, we have to go through all these different obstacles to get to Lucy, and there just happens to be a pack of death claws. So we need to get geared up.
Yeah. Let's get up. Let's go.
Yep. So it's funny because the ghoul says he understands why Maximus and Lucy got along so well is because he asked so many questions. And then he pulls his gun out.
Yeah.
And he's like, I have a question of my own. Why do you have that? And he is holding the cold fusion.
Yeah.
Yep. As we can see here. And he's like, I'm going to give it, I want to do the right thing. I want to give it to Lucy. She'll do the right thing with it. And it's funny because Cooper was in the same situation. And I think this is why he kind of smirks as he turns back around. He's like, yeah, you think you're doing the right thing, but let me tell you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think the parallels are pretty wild. But then we have a nice little flashback to Cooper and Barb in their room, and our boy Hank is in the laundry bin, and you can see his foot or his leg hanging out of the basket.
It's so great.
And there's a cleaning lady.
Huge reveal.
Yes, huge.
What the heck?
So Cooper is like paying off someone to clean up.
Mm-hmm.
And then it is revealed that it is Steph.
What the heck?
What is going on here?
200-year-old Steph.
Yeah. So, but she's like trying to like weasel her way into Vault Tech. Like
Yeah.
how can she, get a job at Vault Tech?
Yeah.
Um, but
Two-eyed Steph. There she is.
yep, she's normal.
Well,
Uh,
in appearance, maybe.
yeah, but still the same crazy Canadian.
Yeah.
But he's like, hopefully,
Especially after what we got in the intro, it just makes that question of how to get into Vault-Tec even more like sinister, right? Because
yeah,
clearly she's up to something.
yes. And there, and she hasn't, she may or may, she was obviously like like she was sleeping for 200 years.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I don't know. There's more questions. Like how did she get to Vault-Tec? Like she's working in the Lucky 38, right? So she's
Mm-hmm.
working quickly, and she's clearly resourceful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, and even if this is the last, I don't think this is the last we're going to see her this season. But if it is, she's wheeling Hank off. Where did she end up? In a vault, right next to Hank. So,
well, Cooper even asks or tells her to ask him
yeah,
because she wants to get a job or get into a vault.
yeah. So yeah. There's Steph's story is getting more interesting by the episode. That's for sure.
It is. It is. So she leaves, and then Cooper goes to the bar and meets our friendly Representative Welsh,
Oh yeah.
and they're discussing a plan. Like he wants to do the right thing, and he believes that she wants to do the right thing. She thanks him for bailing her out of jail. Um, so he's like, I want to believe in people like you that fight for all the right things, but you don't make it easy. Why can't people like you just learn how to sell it better? And she's like,
Rude.
how's that worked in your experience? Like you've been, become the mascot for Vault Tech, for the
Yeah.
vaults. And he didn't know what he was signing up for when he signed the contract,
Mm-hmm.
but he, I think he's trying to like fix that. Right. Um, so he explains to her, like, he knows why that Barb's in Vegas. They're delivering the most powerful technology to the most powerful man in the world so he can live forever. And Vault Tech gets the bombs, and they'll be the only ones left. And then he's like, well, what if the deal falls through? What would you do with infinite energy? And she says, I'd give it away to the public. And he's like, if I could deliver it to you, I'll need assurances. Because, like, she doesn't seem like the brightest one, right? Like, he's definitely, like, he believes that she's good, but, like, she's kind of dumb or, like, not, all together in the head, which is hilarious. But she's like, I wouldn't give it to me either. But tells him that the president is in Vegas and that Cooper could give it directly to him. And that they could end the 25 years of resource wars in one night. Dude, there's so much with that. Oh my goodness. And we'll get to it. So they then cut to, the ghoul Maximus and Thaddeus and the armory getting their stuff. And Ghoul sees the what is it called? It's a rifle, the Gauss rifle. But this thing is awesome. It basically shoots these crazy projectiles. I mean, you saw it.
Throw it up on the screen. You got it?
No, I don't.
Of course.
That's later.
Oh, okay.
But this is where Thaddeus comes up, and he's like talking about his nose, like when's it gonna fall off? And just waiting for it to fall off. And then this is where he shows him the weird growth on his chest. It's like a mouth basically with teeth.
Yeah.
Like what is that thing? And he's like, Cooper's clearly like disturbed by it because he's like, that's not, you are not a ghoul. You are not turning into a ghoul. You're something way worse.
Are we going to talk about that later?
Let's talk about it now.
Okay. What do you think he's turning into?
So the first clue is that if you remember, Thaddeus heals very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
When he got shot with the arrow in season 1,
then he just yanks it out.
Pulls the arrow out, but he heals up very fast. And you remember with the ghoul, whenever he got from the episode 1 of this season, he was all strung up, but he used the spray to heal himself. And he got impaled in the last episode.
Yeah.
And then he got a piece of uranium shoved inside of his hole, which is really weird to say. Pause.
This is a family-friendly podcast, Jeff.
Is it? So there's a lot of speculation. At first, I was thinking that he was in transition to become a super mutant. I no longer think that because of this episode when his arm just falls off of his body. The Fallout
great moment, by the way.
Yeah, totally. Like, oh, my arm just fell off.
I seem to be having a bit of a medical issue.
And then he's like fumbling everything. Like, yeah. It's all right. It's all right. If I could just get
use
my finger on get the finger on the trigger, we'll be all right. Oh goodness.
Yeah, his comedic delivery is amazing.
It's so good.
So funny.
It's so good. But the Fallout fans will understand when I say this, that he is slowly turning into a centaur. Which I don't know much.
Understand that? Me.
You.
I was like, I don't see it, man.
Well, like, yeah, wild. And I don't have a picture to throw up on screen, but
yeah, and if you did, you probably would throw up because it's disgusting.
Yeah, you've got an armless creature, but then it has like 6 to 8 arms and hands for legs, and then it's got like really long tongues coming out of its mouth.
Yeah, and like a giant mouth thingy on its torso.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, the Fallout world definitely knows how to push the gross factor.
Yeah, but aren't these just kind of like mindless blobs of flesh and arms?
Yeah, basically, they're just creatures that attack you.
So, how's that going to work with Thad? Because he's like so charming.
I know. I was thinking about that once all that kind of revealed itself later in the episode. I'm like, well, that seems very like unfair to him because he's been such a like great character, especially this season. I don't know. Maybe they'll do something different. But the only centaurs I remember coming across were the ones that were trying to kill me. And I didn't have time to try to have a conversation with it. So I don't know if it's the same type of situation with super mutants, because some just are kind of dumb and they just attack you, but then there's others that like are intelligent. Could be a similar situation. I'm not totally sure. I don't know what we'll get with this. My hope is that his personality will remain intact somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I would do if if we didn't have Thad in some way.
Right.
That dude,
yeah,
he's great.
He is great.
He's definitely top 3 character for me.
Oh yeah, for sure. So he's like, he gets his sniper rifle and he's asking for a scope. And Maximus is like, why are you helping us? And then the ghoul, explains to him as a transaction, like, you deliver something to me and I'll give you all this stuff. He wants the cold fusion, obviously. He's like, you want to get your girlfriend, you're gonna need weapons. You're gonna have to give it to a good person so they can save the world. Wait, but in order to save that person, you're gonna have to give it to a really bad person. And then he talks about House and how he was the only one that came out on top because he rigged the game. And then this is where we get a sweet shot of the power armor that's covered, and Maximus is like, heck yeah. And it's like covered in like NCR logos and different things.
Is that like an older version? Because it doesn't look like what we've seen him in before.
I think it's definitely older. Because like in Fallout 4, you can get power armor, but you can customize it. Oh. So I think this is a nod to that. Because you can like spray paint it with NCR stuff, which is pretty sweet.
That's awesome. Yeah, because this one, like the helmet, at least from the outside, looks very different. The armor is more like I don't know how to say, maybe like blocky in appearance. Like it looks more squared and stuff. It has the cool like
it's got
arm blade things.
Yeah. I love it so much. So Maximus is like, okay, and hands over the cold fusion.
That was easy. All you gotta do is give this guy some power armor and he'll just give you whatever he wants.
Yep. So after this, we get a short little detour to our buddy Norm, who is knocked out.
Yeah.
And slowly like waking up as
not doing great.
Not doing great. He's tied up. And we hear and see Ronnie talking to the other Vaulties. They're saying, like he's been lying to us the whole time. If we let him go, he might try to kill us. And then Ronnie's like, pretty sure impersonating a manager is punishable by death. And then the other two are like, well, if you're pretty sure the handbook says so, then yeah, let's kill him. Wild. But then they see him and then they knock him out again. So it's very, very short.
Yeah. What does he say? This can't be good for your head or something before he hits him.
Yeah. Oh, geez. So next, after that, we are with Chet and Steph. Steph is very into her work, does not want to be bothered, especially with questions about why they're getting married. Crazy question, like, I didn't know we were getting married 2 days ago, but we're getting married. Why are we getting married?
Yeah.
And then, and then he walks to the sink and the sink is, filled up. So he hits the disposal button, but it doesn't work. So he reaches his hand. Dude, like when I first saw this, I thought like something was going to happen to his hand. Like I was waiting for that thing to get turned on and he loses his hand.
Yeah.
But he pulls out a pair of glasses. And they are Woody's glasses, which is very sad.
Not good.
But I don't think he's dead. I don't think he's dead.
I hope not. Can't do our boy Dylan G like that.
Nah.
Also, Steph, have you never used a garbage disposal before?
Clearly not.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You can't even put eggshells down garbage disposals. What makes you think you're going to be able to put a pair of glasses? And I know the eggshells thing just by experience. I clogged my drain, my garbage disposal. So, another PSA from Showboys Podcast.
You heard it here first.
Do not dispose of your used eggshells in your garbage disposal because it will clog up your drain. Same with a pair of glasses from somebody you may or may not have killed.
And like, for real, of all places, why would you put that in the garbage disposal?
She's sending a message.
Well, it comes back to bite her.
Yeah.
Well, not because of that, but because of some other things.
Yeah.
But anyway, he, for some reason, breaks them and puts them back. He like breaks up the glasses and puts them back in the drain.
Mm-hmm.
You just recreated the same problem, man. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, but he's scared of her because she's crazy.
Yeah, she's definitely crazy, and not just because she's Canadian.
Yeah, that's I mean that's a big part, but
that's a very big part, very telling. Yeah. So, we now see Vault 33, and we hear over the speakers. Water rationing continues until further notice. Showers are outlawed, and so is flushing the toilet.
Oh, what a terrible place to live.
That's very terrible.
Two of my favorite things to do.
Showering and flushing the toilet.
Yeah, I love taking a nice shower. And of course, I love flushing the toilet because who wants a nasty toilet?
No one wants to walk in after that, man.
Right.
You gotta get rid of that stuff. So it's gonna be very smelly there for a while.
Yeah. I think that'd be. Oh man.
But we see Betty in the overseer's quarters. She gets Hank's keepsake box from the safe hidden behind a picture, and then she delivers it to Steph. And then Steph comes and gets it. Betty is there. She says congrats. They just have a back and forth like, are you spying on me, or do you have people spying on me? And
she's like, of course
I do. And she makes the comment, "You're so much how I remember you."
Yeah,
because Betty would have been around. Betty was around then, so they would have crossed paths.
Yeah,
and probably something happened back then, but they had to keep it like under wraps.
Yeah,
right?
But again, this is crazy because Steph looks the same age as she did in the flashback.
Yeah,
and clearly Betty is much older. And
Hank they might have
is much older.
They probably woke them up sooner.
Yeah. So like, when did Steph awaken? That's probably very poorly said, but you know what I mean? Like, how long was she in the other vault? Like, because it had to be, somewhat recently. Because she's, I mean, I feel like that has to be intentional.
Yeah, I think we'll get our answers. Yeah, I don't know. I have no good answer. But I think because the plan was every so often they'd wake someone up from Vault 31 to go and become the overseer of 33 or 32. But Steph didn't become an overseer. She was just a regular vaultie. Like the whole point of Vault 31 was to have vault tech execs to become overseers so that they could run the vaults for whatever, experiment they were doing. So they did have a little back and forth. Betty said, "We were scared of you," which is crazy. She said, "But sometimes I forget how much I learned while you were still under." So Betty was awake, obviously, before Steph woke up. But then she says, "You gave your word about the water." And then says, "Whatever you're up to, I want no part of it. I just want these people to be at peace." And Steph says, "The deal was for the water. I can't speak for the future. That's bigger than us."
Spoken like a true Canadian.
We clearly cannot trust her. She's up to no good. And we need to know what's in that box. Like,
yes, we do. Why the heck does she want it?
I thought Betty was going to open it. Oh, I thought Steph was going to open it too, like when she got to the box. But then she was startled by Betty. Frickin' Betty. So that'll probably, I mean, who knows? At the end of this episode, Steph's locked up in her overseer quarters in her wedding dress, so I don't know what's going to happen with her. Which is dude, there's so many wild parts to this episode. But anyway, this next part was so fun. We have like this epic like arrival of Maximus the Ghoul and Thaddeus. Maximus is wearing the power armor, and everyone is like
cheering him on.
Oh my gosh, like what is happening? And then people are like excited because they think it's the NCR and they're coming to take back the town.
Yeah, such a cool shot. I love that.
Dude, it's so much fun.
Yeah, man. So like, why do the people in New Vegas get so excited about the NCR? Like, was New Vegas under NCR control, or like?
Well, New Vegas is under House's control. And I don't really know like the whole story behind it, and I don't know the context of what's happening now. I think they're just excited to see the NCR because the NCR was a force that opposed Caesar's Legion. They were actually fighting for good and fighting for the people, where every other faction was like, "You people are dumb. We're going to rid the wasteland of everything." Like the Brotherhood of Steel was just like this bunch of douchebags trying to, clean up the wasteland. But I think the NCR was the one good group of the bunch, and people believed in them. But they since then have kind of fallen off the map because of Shady Sands. Maybe whatever has been happening in Vegas. Who knows? Maybe someone knows, but I don't. I'm not up on my New Vegas lore. Yeah, please tell me. Please tell us what we're missing here.
Yeah.
But yeah, they show up. They're excited, and then this is the part where Thaddeus' arm falls off, which is great. And Maximus is like, "Your arm just fell off." The whole medical emergency thing is so great.
It is. It's hilarious because they're like literally going over like the game plan for the death claws. they're about ready to like go in, and his arm just holding the gun just falls off. Well, man down. Guess we're not gonna
Yep.
have our sniper.
And then they just go on, and then he's just fumbling over the gun in his arm.
Oh man,
So
yeah.
good. So they kind of leave us there at that moment, and we then are taken back to Lucy, who's wearing a nice yellow dress, and she goes to have dinner with Hank.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little dinner, like nothing is wrong. And the dude from the NCR is bringing them water, and Lucy is like, "Do you remember me?" And he's like, "From
Yeah.
this morning, yeah."
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Hank is like, NCR is just like the Legion. They all have their problem. Expansionist tendencies you'll understand when you're older, which is a weird thing to say. It's like
Yeah.
he's living in the past, like
Yeah.
maybe trying to fix some things.
Mm-hmm.
And then he burns his hand on I think it's the pie that he's getting out of the oven.
Yeah. Yeah. Is this
And then,
where she says where they're like talking about that, and she's like, is it her that says this? Like one side's murdering people, enslaving people, and crucifying people, and the other side's just vaguely problematic.
problematic. Yes.
Which I mean, I assume the first half is aimed towards like the Legion and
Yeah.
maybe the Brotherhood.
Yeah.
And
then everyone else is just
is what that second half, like the NCR or just everyone else, or
Yep. But she ends up, taking off one of the cuffs and then cuffing him to the oven handle and taking his Pip Boy. And she's gonna go take down the mainframe, which is crazy. And then we have there was these scenes with Norm were so short, and I really wish that more could have happened. Like, and I obviously they did this on purpose because he gets untied. Claudia's there and saves the day, and they're like, "We need to get out of here," but Norm has to do something first. He goes to the radio, and he's like radioing out to help out to Lucy, asking why didn't you tell us what was happening with the vault? Why didn't you tell us the truth? And like, as Lucy is in the golf cart driving by the same room, the radio is there, and it picks up Norm's message. Couple things. Hank was on the radio at the beginning of this season, radioing to someone. And I'm, obviously radio waves pick up different frequencies. Norm just happens to tune into the same frequency that his dad's radio was on. Yeah. Like,
sus.
Was Hank trying to communicate to that Vault Tech facility or someone else? Don't know. And I wanted like Lucy and Norm to like be able to communicate, but that obviously didn't happen. But it was cut pretty short because Ronnie and his goons walk in.
Right.
And that's the last we see of them for now.
Right. Frickin' Ronnie, dude.
Yeah, I'm holding on to the theory that he's an Enclave person. I could be wrong. Definitely could be wrong. But he's just a little too crazy. maybe. Like I think, I mean, you have your Vault Tech crazy, but then you have your Enclave crazy that like is like even more into self-preservation than Vault Tech is. So I obviously will hopefully find out unless Norm kills them, which I don't see happening.
Yeah.
Maybe he unleashes the roaches that are in the elevator,
Ooh, yeah.
and then he kills, or they kill them all.
Yeah.
Which could be
Yeah.
pretty wild. And that, maybe they foreshadowed it when they showed the elevator and their roach farm.
You know, living in Florida, I can relate to maybe those in the
Roaches?
wasteland with the size of some of those dang roaches, dude. Cockroaches down here are no joke, bro.
Really?
They're freaking huge.
Dang. I had no idea. I just the times that I've been down there, I just remember the little lizards
Oh yeah,
that are
those are all
everywhere.
over the place.
I
Yeah,
love those things.
yeah. It's too cold for them right now. They're probably frozen somewhere. But usually when I'm out here on the porch, so like on the other side of my computer, it's all plugged in right now, or else I would turn it around. But is a screen, right? And a lot of times there's at least one climbing on the screen, like while we're out here podcasting. I can just like kind of watch it. But
Yeah.
it's too cold tonight.
So our next joyous occasion is Chet and Steph's wedding.
Yay! He does not look happy.
He does not look happy. And Steph says, I do. And he's like, I don't. And she's like, huh? And it's funny because Davey's like, all right, let's continue. And he's like, I don't. And
Yeah.
everyone gasps. And he like goes on to talk about, now that he's in front of a bunch of witnesses,
Yeah.
he's like,
Does he like reveal the Woody thing? Then everyone's like, eh. And then like the big one that gets everyone, he's like, and she's Canadian.
yes.
And they're all like, oh no.
And that's what gets them like,
yeah, how can this be?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
He's saying that, he thinks that she's trying to hurt them. And then this is, yeah. And then they all like go in a frenzy, like, what is happening?
Rightfully so. I mean, I would be right there with them. I get it.
Well, even the fact that he says, Steph's over 200 years old. And then she runs away and hides in the overseer quarters and locks herself up.
Yeah.
Which I really don't know how this is going to play out, because she's been exposed, and unless she can do some kind of magic on the computer, or maybe whatever's in the keepsake box.
Yeah, maybe
that's her.
But also, too. She is a fighter.
She is.
I mean, she is just murking dudes with a fork sticking out of her eye in season 1. So something tells me these Vaulties are probably not the most.
They're not ready for her.
Physically imposing opponent she's gone up against, even though she's vastly outnumbered.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not concerned about Steph and her surviving this.
Well, I mean, and I think they helped prove that by the beginning of the episode. She's very resourceful. Yeah. She's not afraid to get violent. And then even when we saw her in season 1, like you mentioned, with the fork in her eye, she's not afraid to get, to shoot some people.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. So one of the best parts of the episode is right here, because the Ghoul and Maximus are in the Deathclaw playpen.
Yeah.
And Maximus is like, what's the play? And Cooper's like, you just get in between That
Me and
thing
them.
and me and them, me and anything that looks like them. So I was like, all right, dude, this fight scene is so awesome. Um, and we get to see this cool power armor in action with the cool like arm blades.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I wasn't sure how this was going to play out. I know that like the power armor obviously helps, but like the death claws are super super strong. And um, I'm sorry, I'm taking my time talking because I kind of want to see this again. But
Yeah.
so anyway, they're fighting and he's holding his own and he's like loving it, right?
Yeah,
He's
dude. He's
enjoying
all
every
about
bit
it.
of this. But the problem is
I
he
love it
gets
too because the ghoul is just like mesmerized by the fight, and he's like, "Oh crap, yeah, I gotta actually go
yeah, I gotta go
somewhere."
do this. I gotta do this thing. But then Maximus gets his arm stuck in the door,
Yeah,
and then the Deathclaw um, goes after the ghoul. And I'll pull it back up once we see the gun. But like, dude, this gun right here is so freaking cool. They've like, I think there's been different versions of this gun like in the games.
mm.
Uh, and then we get Maximus finishing off the beast, which is awesome.
With the car door on
With the
his
car door on his arm. Yep. Which like all he had to do like is go like this and then lift his arm out of the car door. It's
yeah,
but then more death claws come and he's like, all right, time for some more action. And then he gets like whipped by the tail of the death claw and gets launched out of the the the, the gate. And
yeah,
he's like, oh no.
yeah,
He's basically
not
let them
good.
out. This is not good.
Yeah, yeah. I remember when that happened, I was like, "Uh oh, we got a real Jurassic Park situation on our hands now."
Just laying there. Um, so this could be really bad, but I think unless the armor is really damaged, I think it's gonna be okay. I think it's
Yeah, but I mean,
gonna be okay.
are any of the Death Claws going to go for New Vegas residents while he's trying to deal with one of them? I mean, he can't
I
deal
mean,
with
it's
them all at the same time.
definitely a possibility. Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, and it's insane that that gun like literally was doing nothing to them.
I mean, but it was taking
It
out
was
chunks of their skin. But yeah,
yeah, but like unaffected,
Deathclaw
even
was
though
like whatever.
yeah, it was literally blowing holes in it, but he couldn't be bothered. Um, yeah, no, that I love that. It's so cool. Like because you can tell. I mean, just like earlier in the season, uh, Ghoul is still like spooked by the death claws. Like
Yeah,
obviously Cooper was spooked in his uh, run in while he was in his malfunctioning power armor, but
yeah,
that clearly even 200 years later is still like impacting him. But Maximus is just like, all right, like Street Fighter, like let's go. Um, yeah, dude, I love it. It's so like Maximus in the power armor is such a different version of that person.
yeah. I mean, well, it's crazy too because like I imagine like it's the way you feel playing the game because like you
Oh
once
yeah.
you get the power armor, you feel unstoppable,
Mm-hmm.
and like you won't be able to experience it too much in like the first 3 games. I mean, you can get the armor eventually, but um, I think in one, the Brotherhood of Steel is like not really a part. Um, they're around, but they're like not part of the main storyline.
Mm-hmm.
But you see like different doors or bunkers, but they're guarded, and you can't really talk to them. They're like go away. Um, so there's not much interaction with the Brotherhood of Steel. Um, But
All
like
this
once you,
power armor stuff like really makes me want to watch Pacific Rim.
yeah, yeah. But like that, I imagine whenever they get into a suit, they just feel like
Yeah, dude. That'd be
they can't be
sick.
beat. Yeah,
Yeah, just get in a giant mech body and go fight some kaiju.
right.
That'd be
Well,
awesome.
and like in the show or in Fallout, like every squire is like so like in awe of the knight, and
Mhm.
they like hope one day that they'll be able to wear the suit one day. um, it's
Yeah.
such a it's just it's a symbol of strength and honor, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the ending of this episode kind of it does a lot of like it cuts through a bunch of different timelines. There's a lot of different
Like story
characters
threads
perspective.
going
Yep,
on.
yep.
Yeah.
So we have Cooper going to the top floor of the Lucky 38 where House was when he visited him first. We
But
get
is this the ghoul or yeah, the ghoul?
this is
I
the
mean, I
ghoul.
know same person, but Cooper also has a thing at the end.
Yep. So he's there, and we
Yeah.
see on the screen no signal.
Yeah.
So obviously, at this moment, House didn't win. As far as we understand in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then he makes his way down the stairs. Max, wait, no, hold on. And then we have the flashback of Cooper and Barb. This is right before he meets the president.
Mm-hmm.
And Barb says the only way to save our family is to save the world. That's simple. And then they have a little smooch, and then he goes to the car. And then we have Cooper back at the computer, and he presses the button. And then we have Lucy at the door going into the mainframe. She opens the door, and then we are taken back to Cooper meeting the president. Clancy Brown, anybody?
Clancy Brown, let's go.
Notorious bad guy. I don't know. I'm just making that up.
Yeah, no, Clancy Brown, obviously very well known actor in a bunch of different things.
Yeah,
You told me he actually plays a Fallout character in
he does. He plays
games
one of
or a
the
game.
Brotherhood of Steel characters. Yes, I forget which game. 2 or Tactics. It's one of the older games.
I was telling you, he plays an amazing character in Detroit Become Human, not Fallout related at all, but an amazing role by Clancy Brown.
Yeah, he
Yeah, always good to see him pop up in things.
he was in Dexter New Blood. He played a serial killer that Dexter went after. Yeah, he was good in that. But yeah, he's a good actor for sure.
He is.
I think we'll see more of him in this show.
Good.
I don't think they're done with him because as far as the lore goes, he is absolutely 100% Enclave. There's no question, because the president takes a group of the Enclave out to an oil rig just off the shore of California.
Why's it gotta be an oil rig? Just makes us look bad.
It does. But it was taken over. It's not that they were going for oil. It was just a base of operations.
That's what they all say.
That's what they all say. That's
villain. Actually what we're doing, Jeff. Secrets out. That's what being a landman's all about. Just building secret bases.
All the landman conspiracies are coming true.
Yeah.
Watch out, America. You've been warned.
Yeah. You didn't hear it here first.
So the house's like secret like room is revealed. There's no cold fusion in the machine, but Cooper has cold fusion, which he then puts it into the machine and it turns on. And then the screen shows a loading bar, which once it reaches 100%, we then see Mr. House. But how is this possible? Because House like planned to preserve himself with the cold fusion. That was the plan back in the day, but he never got it. The president got it. So like this is an AI house? Like I don't understand. There's more questions at this point. Like
yeah.
He did not stay alive the way that he had planned.
Yeah. So
how was he preserved then? Like if this is actually House, how was he preserved?
Now, again, only partially like paying attention during Civ's Fallout New Vegas stream.
Yeah.
Like a couple months ago. All the interactions with House were of him on the screen like this.
Yes.
And his body is like preserved in like a tube, right?
Yep.
Somewhere. I forget exactly where. Now in the game, is his body being preserved and consciousness being transferred like that with the help of cold fusion in the game, or is this like a show thing?
I don't know.
Yeah, so that's where my paying attention kind of stopped, but like it's awesome to see, him pop up on the screen in the show like he is in New Vegas. That's awesome. But yeah, your question remains like, how is that possible? Like, obviously we didn't see, we don't know the totality of the meeting with the president, right? So maybe House still gets his hand on the cold fusion somehow, and then
okay,
like
so
who has it in the show? Like, didn't they take it from the NCR? Maybe the NCR took it from House. I don't know.
So according to the game, Mr. House is not kept alive by cold fusion.
Oh, okay.
So this could be House.
Okay.
It's a pre-war life support technology, but at the same time, House explicitly says that he needs it. Like he is waiting for the cold fusion because that's going to keep him alive, unless he figured out another way.
Which or his version,
possible.
His version of alive is not being, basically becoming a raisin in a tube and his consciousness being projected onto a TV screen.
Doesn't seem like a way to live, man.
Yes. So I kind of like this. Maybe obviously this is a ton of speculation, but maybe the House we're seeing here at the end of this episode is like how he was in the game, right? And the cold fusion was kind of like what? Sorry, I'm having like throat clearing issues. But the cold fusion was his plan to stay alive in a better state, right? And this was just maybe the backup plan. But then, like, does that somehow confirm an ending of New Vegas? Which didn't the creators of the show, maybe they lied, or maybe maybe they're telling the truth and we just don't know all the details yet of the show because we still have an episode left. But didn't they say they weren't really going to necessarily choose an ending from the game to like show in the show? They kind of wanted it to be.
I think they did pick an ending, but the way
okay.
Even if you picked an ending, some other things could play out as well.
Oh, okay.
Like
okay.
it could just be like I don't know, like a blunder of like different things thrown together.
Mhm.
But I think, and there's some similarities, and I don't know too much more about it other than this, that it could be the Yes Man ending, where
Okay.
House lost because there's like the similarities, like there's the Securitron, which is the robot with like that talks to
Mhm.
Cooper that we've seen.
Yeah.
It's positioned in a way that's similar to the game ending where the Yes Man ending
Mhm.
happens, and the screen says offline, and then I don't know, like I wish I would have played the game to give a better answer, but a lot of people are speculating that it's the Yes Man ending,
Okay.
where in the game you upload um, Yes Man. The it's the Securitron with the smiley face.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
upload him to House's computer, and then he's on the computer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But that's it. That's it. I don't know what that means.
I'm gonna
Other
tomorrow.
than it's
Hopefully, I
awesome.
remember. But tomorrow, I'm gonna ask Civ which ending he got. See if
And there's another part of this thing too, because in the last episode, the end credits,
Mhm.
we see the top of Lucky 38, and we see a capsule, and you see an arm hanging out of it.
Oh.
Go back and check it out.
Okay.
Could be a hint or a clue, or
Yeah.
maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's fake House that got caught up
Yeah.
in this and took the fall for House. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, we see House on the screen, which hopefully they explain more of this next week. I'm sure there'll be a crazy cliffhanger next week, which we'll all be very excited about. But then Lucy walks in, which is the other big what the heck moment, right? So Cooper and Welch, they're talking or having this moment, and then we see what Lucy sees. Like, what the crap, dude? She's like, her head is on the table,
Yeah.
and she's hooked up with all these different wires and stuff, and the thing in her mouth, and she's hooked up to like this little box.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know. I don't know what this is.
She's the mainframe.
She's the mainframe, right? But what's crazy is I was watching some other, takes on this.
Mm-hmm.
She was kind of like, she was a good person
Mm-hmm.
trying to do the right thing, but she was kind of like dopey or whatever, like not taken serious.
Yeah.
So maybe Hank, but this asked like another question, like in the midst of an answer, like, why does Hank have her head? Like, how did, from the last time we see her to now, like,
Yeah.
how does he end up with her head? Like,
Yeah.
too many questions, man.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's part of Enclave. Maybe she's playing a part.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she signed up for something, not knowing what it really meant. As in, AKA, you're gonna lose your head. And but the Enclave is like, they see people as expendable, as
Yeah.
brains in a jar. Bud,
Buds. Buds.
Bud's, Bud's brain in a room on a Roomba. Um,
The Broomba.
the Broomba, yeah, brain on a Roomba. They do a lot of sketchy stuff. This might be the iceberg into like who they really are. It goes deep.
Yeah, that's
They're
right.
messed up, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. That's the episode.
Crazy episode.
Great episode.
Yeah, man. The president, the enclave. Man, it's wild. House on the screen. So many things going
So
on.
many things.
Man, everyone's in New Vegas now too.
Yeah.
So
Everyone's
that's
there.
so that's crazy. Finally happened. We got one episode left. I wonder if it's gonna be the same runtime length, or if it's gonna be a little longer of an episode.
I hope
next
it's
week.
longer.
They released this week's episode on Tuesday instead of Wednesday, and I think they're doing the same thing next week. So we get an extra day
Yep.
before the podcast, which is cool. Man, I'm excited. I'm a little bit sad that it's ending. And again, I just like, I don't know if season 2 is like really that much better than season 1, or if I just wasn't as into season 1 as I am season 2 because we're doing the podcast. And like now I have a like vested interest even more, right?
Right.
But man, this season's been so stinking good. And I don't know if like I just didn't, oh gosh, I just didn't appreciate season 1 as much as I should have, but I'm sad season 2 is ending next week.
Yeah. It's been a wild ride. Like this, I didn't know what to expect this season, but I knew it would be good.
Mhm.
I mean, I had high hopes, but it has been, I've just been so excited each week and like
Yeah.
not let down at all. Like, obviously, I want answers. That's a typical, you know, you want answers, right?
Yeah.
So this is a centaur. For those of you who don't know.
Poor Thaddeus.
And like, yeah, you can see like the little teeth around its
Yeah.
abdomen.
I mean, the yeah, that
Obviously,
that's a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, do you have one of these? Well, on that note, guys, make sure you subscribe.
Hopefully you don't have nightmares.
Yeah, subscribe, follow us on the audio only platforms. That's where you're listening. So you'll be notified whenever we release new stuff.
Yes.
Chad and I just did a not secret but a surprise our 2025 gaming awards episode this weekend. Chad and Nick are 2 episodes into Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Those are live streaming on Tuesday nights.
Yep.
So yeah, make sure you are following us because we
Yes.
got a lot of stuff happening these days. Pokeboy's coming around the corner. But yeah, unfortunately, only one more week of Fallout, and then Dad and I are gonna be on a little break for a minute. But man, I'm excited for next week, and who knows? Maybe after the season, I might fire up an early Fallout game.
Yeah, let's go. Yes.
But yeah, anything you need to say, Jeffrey, before we get out of here?
Canada. Oh, Canada.
No, I always knew there was something going on with those
Crazy Canadians.
Yeah.